the University of Applied Sciences in Finland, the Tampere University of Applied Sciences in Finland. And we have the speaker Piri Hiltunen. Piri is about to join us, and I would request Piri to switch on the camera and the microphone so that we can start with the presentation. I'm very happy that we are running on time, well, almost on time. And the University of Applied Sciences in Finland, the Tampere University of Applied Sciences in Finland, is now going to make a presentation to you. This particular university is located in Tampere, which is called the most student-friendly city in Finland. And the university is aptly located, especially for international students. And the city has manifold advantages, about which you will learn more from our colleague Piri, who is now made an appearance. Welcome to the webinars, Piri, and can you start speaking so that we know that your microphone and everything is working? Piri, we cannot hear you. We have loaded your presentation on the screen, as you will see. And can you now start speaking so that we know whether it works?
Okay. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. It's perfect.
I had a headset just in case.
Wonderful, wonderful. So your time starts now, and all yours for the next 25 to 30 minutes.
Okay, thank you very much. And welcome everyone to this short presentation. I'm going to tell you a little bit about how we are going to do things in Finland, in Tampere. I hope you've enjoyed the presentation so far. I will be going through our degree selection. We offer bachelor's and master's in English, also in the Finnish language, but that is quite difficult to learn. So we offer a wide selection of bachelor's and master's in English. I will go through the application deadlines and procedures, something about the pricing, living in Tampere, studying here at TAMK, and then we can take your questions. So we will see if you are all interested. Our degrees vary every year. We offer a selection of courses in English. Of course, we have dozens of courses in Finnish, but you can see the website here and you can copy the website for our English programs. It is updated each September. Our application period for programs is in January, so that gives you ample time to consider different options. And then our intake is in August, late August or early September. So then students will be welcomed here on campus. Our bachelor's degrees in the 2020 intake include business programs, so entrepreneurship and team leadership, which is a new program, a BBA, which is a very specific concept which focuses on the students forming groups during their first year, during their basic studies, and they will then organize themselves into an actual company based on a business idea that they have put together in the first year. And they have their teachers or coaches who will coach them through the whole program. They have the same course selection as our international business program, but they are taught in a very different way. So the students will be handling their company all throughout their studies, and once they graduate, they already have an up and running company at that point. And as I mentioned, international business, very traditional. It has 7 fields of specialization, so you can choose for yourself. During your basic studies, you will find your strengths and your interests. So there is accounting and finance, for example, hotel restaurant management, tourism, HR, And then we have 2 engineering programs, which are software engineering and environmental engineering, quite self-explanatory by definition. And then we offer media and arts. This is the only media and arts program in the Nordic countries that offers music production, for example, in English. Very popular program, and we hope to get a lot of media-minded students to attend. There's also a nursing program on the list, but unfortunately that one requires a working knowledge of Finnish. So basically is meant for students who are already located in Finland and have the basics of the language skills. Someone has questions about PhDs. We do not offer PhDs in the University of Applied Sciences, but we have a sister university in town. On the same website, you can also find the university courses, and they offer doctoral courses as well. There is a question about working experience. So we will get to the master's degrees in a moment, but you can see them already on the list. We offer courses that actually require working experience. So our master's degrees are so-called mid-career degrees. So we require from each applicant to have a bachelor's in the field that they are applying to, and also have a minimum of 2 years of working experience. So 11 years, quite respectable, and you're very much in our applicant demographic. So I would welcome you to join us. Our master's programs we have 2 MBAs, one program that is multidisciplinary, which is risk management and circular economy. And then we have a screenwriting program. So we are looking for students who are working in education for the educational leadership program. International business management can be anything. It's not a field specific. So if you're looking for to update your information and your skills and your knowledge about management in any field of business, then that would be a good one for you. Risk management and circular economy has 3 different intakes. So we take in students who have a business background, we take students who have an engineering background, and also natural sciences background. So we are looking for multidisciplinary professionals who will work towards a better future in risk management and circular economy. Lots of questions about PhDs. So we do not offer PhDs, as I said before. Our sister university in town, found on the same website as ours, offers doctoral programs. So I advise you all to go to our website to see more. Let's see some of the other questions. Duration of the software engineering program is 4 years. So engineering programs are all 4 years. Business programs are 3.5 years. Media is also 4 years. Our master's programs depend a little bit on whether you decide to work alongside your studies. Some of them offer a full-time path and a part-time path. So you choose your own pace with which you want to study. Let's see others. I would ask kindly that you try not to send questions several times because it takes a lot of scrolling. We offer internships and job opportunities. That is a good question. We actually have a job portal where students can find internships, both domestic and abroad. So we are, of course, as a European university, part of the Erasmus program, and all our students are invited to take any kind of opportunity that they can find. And also we offer assistance in finding internships and employment at the time of graduation. So our career services are there to help you with that. Can someone with an engineering background apply for masters in international management? Yes, they can. It's basically meant for anyone working in the field of business, but they also take relevant backgrounds if you're working in management. So it's always worth applying, because the head of the program will make the final decision on whether you are eligible and the right fit for the program. Is there a master's course for renewable energy? I would say risk management and circular economy is the right program, because circular economy comprises renewable energy. So they are looking for any kind of life cycle of things, of services, of industry, so that they can take environmental issues into account as well. The fees for the programs, so our bachelor's programs all carry the same fee. It's an annual fee of 9,800 euros. We offer scholarships for students who are doing well. So if you have a scholarly record that is keeping up with the pace of the group, and you have a certain GPA, you can earn up to 50% discount for your following year. In the first year, it's more about accepting the offered study place. So we offer an early bird scholarship. For the bachelor's, it's 50% of the first year if you accept our offer within 7 days. And for the master's degrees, if you pay the full year, because it's only possibly a 1-year program, if you pay the full year, you get a discount of 1,500 if you pay the full amount in one go. Master's degrees prices are 10,800 for each program. Let's see what else. Questions? All the people who are asking with job experience, that is excellent. Well, usually we get applicants who are otherwise qualified but don't have enough work experience. So these are the right mid-career degrees that you are looking for, and we would be happy and excited to have you as applicants. The prerequisites for the bachelor's is your upper secondary education must be finished or in your final year, so that you will finish before you start. The documentation will be checked at the start of your studies. And for the master's, there is a prerequisite of a bachelor in a relevant field and the work experience. Selection is based on different things in different programs, but we offer a wide selection of those as well. So if you wish to apply with an SAT score, some programs accept SAT scores. Some programs have a fully online entrance examination, which includes a pre-task and an online interview. And some programs have, we organize sit-down exams, which will be held also in India. So if you go to our website, you can also find those programs that if you wish to do an online examination, you can do that. But if you wish to do a sit-down examination, then you can do that as well in the programs where it is given as an option. Can you study Finnish language? Yes, of course. It's a very hard language to learn, but we want you to be comfortable living in Tampere in Finland. And it also makes it easier for you to find part-time employment to have during your studies. So we offer complimentary Finnish language and culture courses all throughout your studies. So we encourage all the students to take part so that we can better find you a suitable employment. It will also make it easier for you to settle here after graduation. Let's see other questions. Stay back visa in Finland. It's an EU visa, so you can stay in Finland after, or in the EU, after you graduate for 1 year to find employment or further education. And like I said, we will of course support you in that as well. A lot of students find a job or establish a company here in Tampere, and a lot of students head for the capital city in Helsinki. But of course, that is a much more costly adventure, I would say. Our students will need to pay a lot more money for that. Just let me get forward with the presentation. So I would advise you all to go on our website and check each program. There's 3 different tabs on each program page. First, check the first one if this course is available this year. It has in large bold letters if it's not there for the application period. The second tab has all the important information, although not the most interesting one. So it has the structure of the studies. All of our study programs have internships. All of them have a thesis at the end, and all of them have compulsory courses, elective courses, and basic courses. So you can find the full structure of the program on the second tab. And the last tab will always have the how to apply information. So different programs have different admission criteria, and they have different selection methods. So I would advise you to go to the website of the program of your interest and just find out what documentation you need to prepare for. Our program applications are all online, so you will need to gather your documentation beforehand and attach them as PDF documents to your application. We support visa applications on behalf of the students, of course. Hang on. It's a little bit tricky. So we provide the documentation on the student selection. That is basically how far we can support you. And documentation about your tuition fees being paid and you being more than welcome to join us. And then the immigration service will contact us if they need additional information. And of course, we will do our best to help you get here. But mostly it's up to you. So as long as you handle your application on time, you should be doing okay. Just to make sure everyone knows the application deadlines and whatever you need for that. Application period starts for the master's courses in December, so just in a couple of weeks, and ends on the 22nd of January. The bachelor's end at the same time, but the application doesn't open until 8th of January. And you should be able to find all the details on the how to apply tab of each program page. But just to make sure, it's an electronic application, so it opens exactly at 8 a.m. finish time and closes exactly at 3 p.m. finish time. So just to make sure, please submit your application. If there is a document missing, well, you can contact us and send it by email. If you have technical issues, don't worry. As long as you submit an application on time, we can ask for supplementary documentation. There is no application fee or anything of the sort. So at the time when you are applying, you do not need to pay anything. When you get your results, that is when it gets more financially challenging. So we ask that you prepare for the selection, because if you want to catch the early bird scholarships, you will need to do your payment quite swiftly. You need to pay for the bachelor's. You only have 7 days to complete your payment. We offer a wide selection of payment options through Swipe, through PayPal, through credit cards. So you can choose your own payment method once you get the conditional offer with the link for the payment. Again, people asking for PhDs. We do not offer PhDs at Tampere University of Applied Sciences, but if you go to the website, you can find the university, our sister university in town, and then you can find the PhD courses. The estimated amount after admission is 50% of the first year payment. Unless you want, in the master's courses, you want the discount, then you must prepare for the full year balance minus the discount, so about 9,000 euros at that point. More about Applications. So there can be different tasks related to the application. So make sure that you follow all the steps and fulfill all the components. There can be a pre-task, there can be pre-reading material. Instructions are always different. The deadline for the enclosures can be different. And you should always keep an eye on your application and the email that you have provided in the application. So we will be in contact with applicants on what to do next. And if you get an invitation to an online interview or a FINIPS exam abroad, you need to be quick because usually there is some sort of seats that need to be reserved. So we offer students the opportunity to choose their own online invitation or online interview time, but you need to be quick. It's first come, first serve. And remember not to follow anyone else's instructions because we get a lot of disappointed applicants every year because they have followed their sister's application guidelines or their friend's application guidelines, and they are always personal because it's your application. More about Tampere. So as Anil said at the beginning, we are the most student-friendly city in Finland. We have actually been the favorite city of students according to student statistics for a couple of years now. And I would assume it's because it's a big, small city with everything that you need. Nothing extra, but nothing too difficult. Finland, of course, is very safe, very clean, very quiet. Not a lot of population. The whole population of Finland is about 5 million. So that is basically all you get. There's not a lot of people around except in the city centers. But I would say that Tampere is a student city because every fifth person you meet is a student. We have a student population about 40,000 in the city. So a lot of cafes and shops offer student discounts, and student housing is good to have. We do not offer on-campus housing, so all the student housing is done through student housing associations. We of course sit on the board of the housing association, so we get to say what kind of buildings are being built, but you as a student make the choice of what kind of place you have, what offers you accept. There's different prices, so if you want to share your kitchen and your joint facilities, you will get by with a lot less. Student housing is completely different priced to what us as mere mortals have to pay, so students can afford basically to support themselves with a part-time job, and so the families don't have to be that worried about upkeep. It's easy access from Helsinki, only an hour and a half away, and from St. Petersburg by train, only 5 hours. So it's good connections. We have ferry connections also to Tallinn and to Stockholm. And then how many Indian students? Oh, I don't have the exact amount, but we do have Indian students, of course. We would always like to welcome more. So I would kindly ask you all to apply, because it seems that you have the right stuff for us. Mathematical skills, language skills, all seem to be quite a good match for Finland as well. And about the study culture a little bit. So studying at TAMK, we appreciate a high level of independence and responsibility. So we want you to take responsibility for your courses, but in turn, we give you a lot of freedom to do so. If you need support, support is always available. We have a social counselor who's dedicated to international students, and she will help you with any sort of issues. No issue is too big or too small for her to help. And we have the latest in all the learning facilities. So you can find 3D printing labs, you can find AR, VR, all sorts of things. Foundation course questions are good, but we do not offer those, as Finnish Immigration Service does not provide visas for students who are only coming for a foundation course. So unfortunately, we cannot offer those. Sorry about that. I'm looking at the time. There should be a video here. Let's see if it works. Maybe we'll skip that. If you can access the presentation later on, then I would advise you to do that. We have student ambassadors, so I would also advise you to go to our website, contact our student ambassadors by messenger, by Facebook messages, email, through their blog. They will be happy to tell you how they are doing here and how well they are enjoying their stay. And they will not give you the official spiel as we do, but they will tell you what their experience has been, and those are very, very handy, and we trust them with all our heart. And the last slide has our contact information for the admissions office during the application, and then we have a welcome team after selection who will take care of you and who will look for anything that you need on your arrival to Tampere and settling in the city. MBA for experienced is a question again online. I would say that we are the right fit for anyone who has work experience or who has taken several gap years between their bachelor's and master's, because we offer mid-career masters and only mid-career masters. We require students to have work experience for our master's courses. Permanent residence in Finland, I have no idea how long it takes. The process is always very personal. It depends on if you, for example, establish yourself here after staying, if you have a company that you formed here, or if you have family ties here. If you have a permanent job here, then it's easier to get a permanent residence permit. Language barrier in finding jobs is not really that big. There is plenty of jobs available for students who do not speak Finnish, but we do offer the basic courses so that you can get your foot in the door. And then there's entry-level jobs in newspaper delivery, food delivery, things like this, where you do not need language skills. So our students find translation jobs, data processing jobs that don't require Finnish language skills. Internships, part-time social service. Internships and social service do not count as work experience, but part-time, there is a way of counting that in. So we will accept anything that has been paid employment. So volunteering and internships, unfortunately not. As long as you gather all the necessary documentation, then you should be fine. Yeah, I've basically used my time.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you very much, Piri. Thank you very much. We appreciate the fact that you have taken out time to participate in the virtual fair webinars. We thank you so
much for giving us this opportunity.
We thank you very much. Before we let you go, can you kindly announce the names of the two students who, according to you, have asked you the most interesting and relevant questions?
Yes. So I would pick Ayushi Rakesh from the beginning of the session.
Right.
Very interesting, actually, clusters of questions. So I like a combination of things. And then a second one towards the end, Neil Dipakumar Randia.
All right. So that is the name of one student or multiple?
No, the second one is all one. So he had three names. Neil
okay.
Dipakumar Randia.
All right. So with that, we come to the end of your session. Thank you very much from the organizers of the virtual fair webinars.
Thank you so much.
As a follow-up, we will be sending you next week. We will be sending you the list of all the questions that were asked to you, so that you can have the opportunity to send individual replies to the students.
As and when you can. We will send you more information. Thank you so much for attending.
Thank you, and bye for now.
Bye-bye.